Hello everyone, welcome back to Casanova. It's been a long time since we last visited Casanova. For the first time, it was just some empty land, and this is the downtown to what I've created. I did not get time to record all of this stuff that I created. It was kind of hard to do that because I kept changing the layout of the city and the roads and try to make it fit and have these buildings set up because it isn't a perfect grid and I do not want it to be a perfect grid. It's like kind of organic grid you can say, and to just fit in, to have it fit in this city. So all the buildings I have to relocate them and adjust them, but this is the final layout. This is how it will be. It's not perfect, but it has some character, or it has some character, or maybe we can build more character into it. Let's see what I have built. So this is the main first. Let me start from the road. The main highway that crosses from the city. I changed the color of it to have it more look like concrete. It's a big 6 lane and then 4 lane to the side, 10 lanes going into the city. And this is the main junction, the big junction connecting to these roads and also going to this side of the city and also to this side and then going underground and this here and then again here and then probably connecting this highway from here, so people could just get on this highway and go to this main area or connect from this or go here maybe. So a good highway connection, not too massive of a highway, but have a good connection. So they don't have to go all the way here and go into the uptown. This would be uptown, some residential and commercial buildings, commercial zones. This is the main downtown. So the entry of the downtown, the starting here, not the entry, the this part of there, this will be south downtown maybe. So this here is not super high density because it's probably a new area with some tennis courts and housing. It's mainly residential, high density residential here, and a junction park that cannot be built. You cannot build stuff here. So the density grows higher as we come in the middle of the downtown, and then there's a Capitol building which the government has all this land. You cannot build here. And then we have our main financial district, these big skyscrapers, just building from this avenue here. And it goes from here and then scatters around. This here is the most valuable part of the downtown because it also gets the sea view or the lake view. It's a sea, it's a lake, whatever this is. It gets the view, and also this here is a park and this here also is a park, and this here is a high value land. You get the biggest skyscraper of the city here, and this here is a this here will be a very popular park in just the middle of the downtown. This here would be parking lots because this is a land, just a government owned land or maybe a public owned land. There will be buildings here in the future. There will be buildings. I don't think this land so close to a downtown is super valuable. It won't be a big parking lot because there's too much value for it to be a parking lot. Because this area is just not good to be building anything. But we will see. Just around the junction, this bridge here, if we can build something here and also here. This will mostly be green because this is a park. So let's have a visit to the downtown. This here is the Pine Towers. Does not look anything like a pine, but this here is a massive office complex to just a signature building here. It's a recognized building in the city. This is Casanova from this building, and this is another one of those buildings, old building, old brutalist concrete type of architecture. And this is also a very famous building. You can see what are these? You have something here. This is two. They have a garage. Do we have a garage here? No. There are two entry points, perfectly placed. This is a two buildings. But the you would ignore that. This is a Majesty building. There's four of them, I guess, six of them into one big, huge block. This is probably a residential hotel and office complex, old to the city. Red color, red maroon bricks type of color, a signature building of the city. This is another huge, big building complex in just lower downtown. This street will be very, I think, very valuable. There's some small commercial buildings, and this is a big office skyscraper. Also, some this is a multiple generic buildings from the financial district DLC. This is a park. This is a big commercial lot area. These are here two towers representing kind of twin towers, not three twin towers, but just small generic twin towers. This is also a building. These look out of place. These like vanilla city skyline buildings are very bad. Like they kind of give them Japanese vibe, not American vibe. Not good for an American city. Looks very bad. In any city, looks very bad. Looks like cartoonish and does not belong in the city. These buildings look super good, and then these buildings are they change the colors. Yes, ignore that. These are more buildings. This here has a whole complex here behind the parking lot. This is a valuable land. Maybe they will build something, but they build on the corner. So this corner is more valuable, I guess. And what is this? This is the Mirai, some kind of duty free, some kind of commercial, huge Macy's type of thing. They have a huge garden on the rooftop. So this parking lot makes sense. This double parking lots for this huge building. A lot of people will be coming here, so this parking lot makes sense. A lot of sense. These are here also commercial lots. This is a parking lot. This is a tax office. This is another building, another commercial building. This is a small street, and this is the Opera House in the middle of the downtown. Very popular. This all here will be parking for the Opera House. This is also a big building. This is a church, an old church to just have a character. This is just behind the church, a big building. This looks nice. This looks like some kind of new building, like a statement piece. Just behind that is a Trump Tower. This golden looking. This looks very good. I guess this will have all this land. This is another hotel here. This is another big building, and this is the same building as this one, but a little bigger to just have it in the right spot. This is not facing the right place where it should be facing. We will change this building. This is a flat iron. I think this is the perfect place for flat iron. This is an avenue. So, and this is a park. So this would be a statement piece here. Statement piece. Statement architecture. Big statement piece. A very big statement piece. This is a one band Vanderbilt from New York. This has a whole block. This block, small block. and has this is the second highest skyscraper, second tallest skyscraper in the city. And then we have this financial international. This is financial trade building. I guess this is the international trade building. This is a national, and this is the international. I guess this is the stock exchange. Another stock exchange building. Another building. This is a fund building. This is a huge building. This is a residential. This is another New York building. This looks good. This has a whole block. The whole block was designed according to this building to have, because it has front and back access, so it was designed for that. It also has side entrances, but that would be too much. This is from Dubai. This is a small building, not small, a residential building. This is an old building from Chicago. This is the financial district buildings. This is a transport tower, looks odd, cartoonish. This is also an old building here. This looks good. This is a bank building next to a. This is a parking lot in front of the park. This looks good. Then we come here. This is the the Center Park Tower. It's the tallest building here. What is it? Biggest? The tallest building. The biggest will be this structure here. It has a lot more office space, I guess. And this is another big building just right next to the Center Park Tower. And this is the thinnest skyscraper here. Or in this city, I don't know. I don't think this type of skyscraper will be built in this city because there is a plenty of space to build a big skyscraper. This building looks good with this angle and not this angle. But we have to ignore some things, just have a little backstory. This is a huge building, the third tallest building. Also, this is also same lane buildings from the Billionaires Row in New York. This looks really good. This is a statue of wealth here in the middle of these big buildings, big residential, expensive housing. And this two garages. Hey, expensive, I guess. The parking would be expensive here. But this will be a car-centric city, so parking makes sense. This is a big building. This is a huge building. This looks good. This has a very imposing stance, I guess. They have to buy the rights back here to build this massive monstrosity. This is a Vistas Tower, very hard incorporating them in the city, but they look good. They give a they give a unique character to the city. Maybe this street would be named something. This street would be a popular street just behind the Fountain of Wealth because it has a lot of expensive residential buildings. And also this one. This is a good tower. This the Gherkin here, the smaller buildings in the front. This London Eye would be here, somewhere here. I just put it here for a perspective, not to not to look like this is an empty space. This here some residential. This here would be a luxury street for luxury shopping and everything. Not just closer to the downtown, but not too closer. All there will be all high density buildings here, and this here will be all low density housing. All low density, only high density here. So the reason specifically would be of all these high density buildings here and why the city is building upwards, because it has all this land to build and still building upwards. There will be strict laws that there will be no high density buildings here. This will to protect the environment, to protect the land, to not have a lot of concrete and all the big skyscrapers here, and not to just sprawl everywhere on this is a hard terrain to build. not everyone would want to live here because the housing will be too expensive because you have to carve a road from a mountain. This will be hard, and they will make the housing more expensive. So there will not be a good thing for everyone. So that's the reason they are building high here, and all this will be all low density. This all will be low density. You cannot build up high, not too big buildings here. On this particular island, no big buildings other than the main downtown area. This is a mountain, so it's protecting the winds, it's protecting this downtown here, and also winds coming from this side. So this downtown is a perfect place for building big buildings, and also big businesses need big buildings. It shows the power of a city, how strong a city is with this downtown. So that will be the case here for this downtown. Not to bore you with a lot of that, lot of this downtown. I want to keep this video short. I'm making a video for a long time. So I will keep this short, not longer than 20 minutes. It's 16 minutes right now. So just show you what I've created, all the downtown. There will be the next episode will be third episode, which is coming tomorrow. I will do maybe tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. As fast as I can, as soon as I can. I would. I think I would record it all, building all the services because the city needs a lot of services. There's no services. There's just buildings, residential and commercial. There are no services. You see the gaps here in the city. This gap, all this gap, and this gap, this weird gaps will be filled. There, these all will be filled by services, city services, police station, fire station, and all these stuff, post offices, and everything. All this and this this is just temporary. This will all be deleted because this doesn't look nice, and also this will be deleted. This looks very bad. It's sucking up all the water. I think we have much more water left here. It's sucking the water super fast. So do we have a good sign? But yes. This was a mistake that I did. I just built a bridge over here that restricted the water connection from the outside world. So I have to see for that because if there is no water coming into a city, we will run out of water. And this will be just a dry land. It's already dry. So we have to see about that. So this is the downtown. So let's see the district. I have messed up the districts. Let's see how the districts are. This is the downtown. I guess I would have this in the downtown too. This is the central. I guess I will make it downtown south. This is the downtown. This whole area. Have it downtown. Have it in downtown. Just not too confused. The district would not be too small or not too big.